Okay, guys, it says I'm live. Good morning. Hi there. This is my morning check-in. Hello from beautiful paradise. I am in Kamui, Puerto Rico, and this is my daily check-in here on my arts and empowerment channel and business. I am an author and former award-winning high school teacher that started writing books to help people figure out how to have their best life. So this morning I'm out here wearing my Powerpuff Girls for some magic energy. I love those girls. And kicking it up a notch here with arts and with creative problem solving is the topic I want to talk about today, because we've got some big problems and we have to figure them out. Okay. And so whether that's something that is just you and yourself, that you kind of want to figure things out, how to be a little bit more happy in life, I have a really simple guidebook to help you figure it out. It's called the Best Life Remix Kit. And I wrote them, now it's been a couple of years ago. I wrote them when I was living in San Juan, and I have since moved out here to Kamui, Puerto Rico in my best life. And I'm mixing it up again. Authors rewrite their books, they think about them some more, they get feedback, they want to make it better. So that's what I'm doing. I'm out here, I'm remixing life, because it can always be remixed into something better, kind of like music. You know, when they take a song and it's a great song, but then somebody else is going to remix it and bring it in and make it even better. And so that's what I'm doing here. So let me turn this around and let's go back in the garden for a minute. And I want to show you the projects I'm working on and encourage you to subscribe and follow along with me. I got somebody saying good morning. Hi there. Hello. Let me turn this around, because I'm not really the best on camera. I'm pushing past some fears, which is what I'm talking about people doing, because otherwise you're just going to be stuck. So this creative problem solving, I think, starts with our own just ability to say, yeah, I've had enough. I have to change something. I have to change something. So let's change this around and go back in the garden, and I'll get back to talking more about the arts. Okay. Sweet. Somebody here's joined me from the Philippines. Beautiful in the Philippines. I have not been there specifically. I was in a neighboring Indonesia, in Bali and Jakarta. There you go. Someone in Georgia. Beautiful. Yes, the United States. We're having some issues. We have to talk. I'm bringing respect and truth into the basic rules of life. So let's step back here into my garden and walk past here some sugar cane that Benito brought to the Super Bowl. So yeah, the world comes and looks at us. We're here in Puerto Rico, and I want to invite you to visit, because it is spectacular here. And my garden oasis is ready. I'm in Kamui, Puerto Rico, and I'm all about bringing art into your life because it makes it fantastic. And creative problem solving is the way to bust past whatever problems are holding us back. So that's what I'm doing every day here in my garden of arts. Welcome to my studio. This is my in progress palm tree. So you see a little bit more of it here. And I'm working on a summer solstice project. I decided we're going to have the real big kickoff party for the summer solstice. That's June 20th and 21st. I am a summer girl. I love the sunshine. And yeah, we have to talk about politics. We have to figure this out. There is a lot of drama going on. There's a lot of uncertainty. And the arts are the way that people can figure things out. And so I was myth busting the other day, and one of my myths was that people say, I'm not an artist. And that's not true. Everybody is an artist. Everyone has creative thinking and creative ideas. I'm bringing you back really into my real laboratory, deep into my classroom or my studio. I'm calling this my library with all my antique and vintage books. Check out my videos. I've been going through those. And so let me set this down and how to best turn this around. Let me just quick turn this around a second. I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to sit down right here. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to sit down. So here's what this is about with this creative problem solving, okay? We really have to step and look at situations from different perspectives and different points of view. And so if I'm using this time to practice how we look at things and then switching to the other perspective. And it's either you're switching from shallow 2D to deep 3D. So if your thinking in life is going through real shallow, real just surface level, it might be better. It might be time to go a little deeper and dig in a little bit more to a little bit more thought and a little bit more concern. Let me bring this closer. Let's bring this in. A little deeper thinking, a little bit more quiet volume, and a little bit less of all the distractions. Back to what is important to us as people, okay? So the shifting of your perspective from 2D shallow to 3D and deep is what I want us to be able to do, okay? And the other point of this is points of view. Someone's opinion is a point of view. It's an opinion. It's an idea. It's nothing that can be backed up by facts. It's purely emotional. It's purely what someone is feeling and thinking and expressing as an opinion. And so being able to take your hat off, your opinion off, and then pick up someone else's opinion and see the world from their point of view, from their situation, from what they're going through, from their background. And this shifting of points of view from my point of view to your point of view to somebody else's point of view and somebody else's point of view, because there's millions of us. There's millions of points of view. And so here I got somebody that came back. Awesome. Subscribe, follow along. Please tell me if this is making sense of how I really think we can do some problem solving. We have big problems that we have to solve. So I'm here because the arts can help us think about that. And I really believe that perspective from 2D to 3D, going from shallow to deep, we need more time in deep, in quiet, in respect, in truth, in honor, in reputation, in those values and things that make us who we are. Because mankind is we're not just animals. We think. And so thinking is what I'm here trying to help us teach. I used to be a high school teacher that taught people how to think, because it's like math. It's a formula. And critical thinking is really important. And it's something that we do in language arts because we're trying to make an argument. Everything in life is an argument. So again, this is whole arts and things that I'm doing here in my garden. And I'm looking here. I don't know why I can't find this page of values. This is strange. I'm like, where's the page of values? I know it's in here. I wrote the book. I know it's in here. Here it is. Okay, values. the beautiful part about values is that none of them are right or wrong. It's not, there's no failing. If I ask you a value, it's not a failing question. It's not a gotcha moment when you're wrong. Okay, let me dial that back. Because yeah, let's talk about, hey, maybe let's talk about childhood memories and those values of things that came through and how we become the way that we are. And so for this one and this whole in the list of values, the one that gets me every time is truth. And that, to me, that is the be all end all. I was saying I can't decide between respect or truth, but I really believe it's truth. Because if you are a liar, I can't trust you. If you say things that are not true, your reputation is going to be damaged. And so it's hard to get respect when your reputation has been damaged. So can we start with two values, and can we start with truth and respect and a conversation about our problems so we can figure them out? Okay. And I'm here in the morning doing the Fuente arts of language arts, digital media, of infinity math and culinary in the morning, which is why you're catching me now on this morning stream. I also do Brotar in the afternoon, the sprout of the ideas, which I believe are more visual arts and decorative arts and performing arts. And at the end, we're talking about the money. So that's my afternoon setup in the golden hour of showtime in the afternoon. I hope you'll join me and visit me for those. And I have to also say, I have to get into problem solving at night. And I'm working with the book that I wrote last year, Betrayed by Trump Guide to Self-Discovery, helping people figure out what is going on and how do we resolve this so that everyone can be happy and we can all live together in peace, because that to me is the ultimate goal. So the Best Life Remix Kit, Mejora Tu Vida Club Remix Kit is the version in Spanish. I need help here in Puerto Rico. The Oasis de Artes is here, getting our hands nitty gritty on digital media. Please help me with this stuff. Please come see me here. Let's make art. I'm working on my palm tree. I'm like, what's the word? I'm working on my palm tree this afternoon because I'm getting that out, because the summer solstice party is going to be June 20th and 21st. So all of these things are going on. All of this is super exciting, and I'm really looking for people to help share this. I can't have a party by myself, okay? So that's my update. All the details are below. People know you should follow along, subscribe, talk to me in the comments. I love this. Share. We got to figure this out, okay? So that's my story. This is the weekend fantastic Mejora Tu Vida Club here in Puerto Rico, and it's on Amazon books, websites here, all this stuff. All right, I gotta go. Catch me online Tuesday night, 7:00 for the quiet after dark stuff. The real secrets are at night. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. Thanks for joining. Bye.